Alpipal says, I feel like knowledge and skills are an asset, kind of like money itself. Absolutely. You should be able to use the least amount with the most effectiveness so that when you need more, it's extremely necessary. Yeah, well, listen, if you knew, imagine for a moment that you could, like, I don't know, this is going to sound retarded, but imagine if you could read minds and you knew in an organization, a company, what all the managers were thinking, how they looked at things, what their perception was. What are they actually looking for? What's the biggest burning question that they wish they had an answer for, right? Now, I can tell you with experience that, like, a lot of managers, they're not nearly as confident and as all-knowing as the image they project, okay? That's why a lot of people in business tend to be very, very conservative, because they really don't have a lot of confidence in their ability to make, like, executive decisions and have them be the right decision, you know? So they always fall back on, like, you know, I've seen this work before and I've had this work for me before, so I'm going to do more of that. Usually to get in those positions, there's always exceptions, but usually to get into those positions, you have tried a lot of things and you've failed. You've failed more times than you've succeeded. And so that leaves people very gun shy, you know? So the point is that they've got a lot of insecurities. They've got a lot of things that they really don't know about that they wish they knew, like what's going on with their competitor, what's going on with their customers, what's going on with the economy. They don't know any of these things, and they're desperate for someone to bring clarity to some or all of these things. So if you showed up and said, listen, like, I can help you with this. I know that this is a source of real insecurity right now, you know, and I have a background where I have a bit of insight into that. You know, I can bring some of that. They go, yes, you should come and work for me or work with me, right? Imagine if you knew that. You're talking about, like, how knowledge and things is like a commodity. Absolutely. I teach a lot about entrepreneurship and business, which is really my core competency. Not like how to get jobs. It's more that kind of stuff, because that's what my background is, like building businesses and growing businesses and things like that. And like, a lot of people, they just know how to make money. They don't need an employer because they know how to turn their own value into cash directly. Like, they sell whatever, you know, services they have or whatever abilities they have directly. So they can go wherever they can start up in a new city, you know, nobody. And then you don't need a job. You could just start making money, you know? If you want an extremely basic example of that, think of, like, YouTube that we're talking over right now. It's like someone can go and just, if they know how to make, like, I don't know, hit videos or something, they go and they just start up their own YouTube channel. They make hit videos. Within, like, a month, it's got, like, millions of views and they're making a ton of money and, you know, all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And they know how to do that. They don't need to get a job because they can make way more by just converting their talent directly to money by selling it, right? So, you know what I'm saying? You're absolutely correct. You know, knowledge is the key to everything.